What are your thoughts on Opendoor nearly losing a total of $1 billion?
I mean, it's the same thing as before. I'm ecstatic, right? I feel like the little munchkins in the what was it, the Wizard of Oz, right? Like Ding Dong, the witch is dead. Like I really am enjoying this way more than I really should. But it's interesting. They got on top of losing $1 billion, they're getting multiple class action lawsuits, right, from their investors saying that you did not see this coming, you weren't prepared for it. We all knew this wasn't going to work. I called it, I want to say 4 years ago on a panel, and everyone thought I was insane. I was like, Opendoor is going to go out of business the day the market shifts. I feel great being proven right.
Taking another win. There we go. All right, on to CJ. Your thoughts?
I think it's great. I think it was pretty painfully obvious. I mean, as somebody who's done tons and tons of projects at one time, the fact that Opendoor thought they could buy and sell at the prices in which they do and make money long term sustainably, flipping houses, like it just never made any sense. I think it's good because we had a lot of people that chased iBuyers. We had a lot of people that chased hedge funds. Now, hedge funds are still around in some capacities, but I think it's good for the business overall because, in the next 12, 13, or 12, 24, 36 months, I mean, I'm trying to buy some real estate myself too. So I think it's not a bad thing at all. And it'll help settle prices, I think, also, because they were overpaying.
Right. Let's move on to Leon.
I think the number is double what Zillow Offers lost this same time last year, Q3, and shut their doors. I think that Zillow factually saved themselves from losing an additional $1 billion by cutting this out, or cutting this portion of their business out, and they're now profitable. I think that any of these iBuyers look at those statistics and say, we've got to either change our model or someone's going to come in and disrupt and do different. But I don't think this is going away, gentlemen. I know you guys are excited about this particular one, but at some point, someone will figure out that losing $40,000 in Q3 on the average per door is not a viable business long term. So I think there's a lesson here for all of us in real estate, because we don't have long money like they have, that now is the time to buckle down and make sure that you are part of as much sales training as you possibly can be. Those that can sell, those that are good at acquisitions, long term will have a viable business.
Right. And Brewer, bring us home.
Yeah, I think I'm careful when anytime that I root for or cheer for anybody's demise. Steve's obviously super comfortable with that, but I generally just don't prey on others' demise, right? Like, so what's concerning to me is that I think it'll give some of us maybe a false sense of security that there's no longer competition in that space. The reality is that, to Leon's point, there's a lot of long money that has a vested interest in eliminating the trillions of dollars, billions of dollars, whatever the number is, that's paid to real estate agents every year. It's a commodity and a transaction that is very coveted, and I'm sure that someone will figure it out. They were prepared to lose that money. I'm sure it was part of their strategy. It probably just ran out. COVID in the middle of that, I'm sure, disrupted their long-term plans, but I don't think that model has died.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't think the model's dead. I don't think the model's dead at all. I think Opendoor is in trouble, right? So what I said on that panel a few years ago was that Opendoor is going to go out of business the moment the market shifts, and I'm more worried about whoever figures it out after Opendoor.
That's right.
Right? Opendoor's the pioneer, right? What happens to the pioneer? Pioneer gets the arrows in the back.
Well, what did JP Morgan just announce yesterday? I don't know if you guys saw that, right? JP Morgan just said yesterday they've allocated $1 billion towards purchasing single family. So I do think it's a whack-a-mole situation. There's so much money coming from Wall Street after single family assets after 2008 that so much money is circulating from those types of pockets that none of us got. I mean, they're going to keep coming to this market. Because at the end of the day, real estate is secure. Real estate does give you cash flow, and real estate absolutely does give you long-term appreciation. So I don't think we're going to see them go away. I think the players will change and the model of which they do business will change for sure.
I totally agree. There's someone coming behind it and another person coming behind it. So what are your thoughts? The question is, what are your thoughts about it? My thought is this: if you are a real estate investor, make sure you're really good at active income so you can hold assets, because guess who's going to want those long term, and who will overpay, who has already shown that they'll overpay for assets. You want a retirement and hold assets, because either you hold them and make cash from them, or you sell them long term to those people on the institution side that have that long money that Eric was talking about.
I do like to point out when Leon says really smart stuff. So Leon did just say you need to get active income to get passive income. He didn't say go get passive income. All right. Yeah, everybody's got this weird thought. It's like, oh, I'm just going to go buy some assets, get cash flow, get passive income. That doesn't work like that. You need money to create money. All right. So he just said you go get active income to create passive income.